Hey everyone, and welcome to Chasing Growth. Last week we talked about how to become consistent in your leadership. That your behavior needs to match what you say. Your behavior needs to match what you say is important for you, what you say are your values, etc., etc. In other words, you have to do what you preach. You have to do as you say you're gonna do. When you do that, people will be able to follow you. They will know what to expect from you. But if you're not doing that, if you're somebody who said, I believe in hard work and working hard, and then you don't work, you don't show up on time, you just killing time when you're trying to work, you never finish the deadline, so you're never ready for anything, people won't believe that. You're not consistent. So you have to become consistent in your leadership. You have to become consistent, matching what you say with your behavior. That's the way to become consistent. Now, after you become consistent, the only way to become exceptional is to make things better. So in other words, you have to start asking questions like, how can I make this better? What is that thing that nobody else have done in my field? It can be, what is that thing that nobody else have done in meetings? How I can make this meeting better? How I can make this training better? How I can make this interview process better? It's not just enough for you to say, oh, let's make it better, and actually not going through the work of making it better. And it's really hard. Years ago, I decided to make better something, and I decided not to have any more supervisors in an environment where I was working, which usually, even today, people expect to have supervisors in that environment. And I decided, no, we're not gonna have supervisors, because the people who answer the phone call should be good enough to answer every question the customer is asking, and they should be able to take care of them without transferring the phone, without talking with a supervisor. They should be empowered to do it all. It sounds great, right? But at the moment of doing it, many people was against it. Many people didn't like that idea because they were suspicious. They didn't know what that means. It took years. And only just the idea of making it better on that way, you have to make a better training. You have to make better hiring. You have to make better environment. You have to make better a lot of things for that to happen. So it's just not enough to say, hey, let's make it better. And that will happen. You have to put a lot of work, and it's difficult. The other difficult part is that a lot of people will be against it, and people will be scared because you're breaking the rules. What rules? The rules of being comfortable. The people who have the mindset of, if it's not broken, what to fix it, they will be the first one going against you. And because you're exposed, because you're a leader, sometimes this going against you will become gossip about you. It become maybe things that will be made up about you, different things like that. They're very nasty. It will be difficult. Think about this. 20 years ago, a group of people decided to make the church different, to have a different type of church. And they probably started asking questions how to make it better. Probably they said, well, do we have to wear suit and tie every Sunday? Well, let's make it better. No, let's just wear jeans. And let's bring a electric guitar and drums and smoke and people with skinny jeans and cool stuff and all that stuff, and videos and they tried to make it better. And I'm sure there was so much opposition. They probably called them devil worshippers and who knows what else. And people was against them. And this is not how you do church. This is not what the Bible said about church, etc., etc. And probably was really hard, and they have to go against the wind and against the current and break the rules, go very close to the edges, and do what they thought was better. And it took years. And what do you see today? Many churches today, they're trying to do that now. That's the new normal. But I'm telling you, when they started, probably was very difficult. This applies to all of us. Every time you're trying to make something better, there will be people against you. Every time you start asking the question, I wonder what is that thing that nobody else have done in my field? Some people will be freaked out, and some people will be against you because you being the one who's not normal. You're a little of a freak trying to go against what is established already. And I'm telling you, it will be hard and difficult to make it better. Now, when you're trying to make it better, when you start asking those questions and you're trying to do things different and you're going against the current, again, what is established, and you're fighting these people who don't want to change, but you believe is the right thing to do, etc., and you keep pushing, you will need two things to remember. They're very important when you go home and you have to wake up next day, go back to the fight. Because again, they can sometimes take years. Those two things are why and who. You have to remember, why are you doing it? You have to remember why you start doing this. For me, I believe that people is valuable. Every time I try to make things better is because I try to explore how people can flourish, trying to do things different. For example, like I said, not having supervisors and empowering people, give them authority to make decisions that regardless of their position or their level of job, etc. And I believe in that with all my heart, and it still at the beginning was hard. But I remind myself, no, this is what I'm doing. And through the process, some people were so against it, or either they have to leave or they decided to leave. But I believe about this with all my heart. I believe that people have potential, that everybody have been created with a purpose, that we cannot fall comfortable in just in our ways and the way we do things, and this is the normal, don't interrupt it, don't change it, this is my comfort zone. I believe that people have to be challenged like we do in these videos. So I believe with all my heart. So every time I will be fighting that battle, I will be discouraged because gossip or people and etc. I will remind me, I'm doing it because people is valuable. People have talent. People have value, and everybody has something to offer. So I push, and it's hard. It's difficult. And I remind that's one of the words that will help me to get out of bed in the morning. The reason why I'm doing this is because, again, I believe the people is valuable. The people can grow. Sometimes even when I will hire somebody who wasn't that good, but I saw potential, people will call it those are his projects and stuff like that. And it wasn't like that. I really believe that people can grow and be better. So I will go against the current, and I will hire the one that nobody maybe want to hire. And I believe in that. And sometimes that costs me because it will be painful sometimes and difficult. Again, all the stuff. But when I remember why, that will keep me awake. That will keep me fighting the battle, showing up, keep going. Into today, when I remember why am I doing what I'm doing, it's a great motivator. It's a great motivator. Sometimes it's out of love, the why. Sometimes can be out of hate. You know, if you, for example, if you're not happy because there's so many poor people and their children's dying hungry on the street or something like that, you can out of anger, you can be, that's my why. I don't want to see any kid hungry ever again. And out of anger, you move forward, and that why will keep going. Even when it's like a never-ending cycle, you keep going. So that's the first word you have to remember when you're trying to be exceptional and you're trying to make things better and everybody's against you. You have to remember why. And second, you have to remember who. And what I mean with that who is like who you are becoming through the process. It's so interesting to me that every time I have tried to do things better, and sometimes I fail, through that process I have become better myself. Through that process I have become a better person, a better husband, a better father, a better leader, because I went through the process to try to make things better. So every time that I try to do things better and make it better, and there's oppositions, there's difficulties and situations, I also remember that this is the process for me to become better. So sometimes it's not that important what I'm doing, but who I'm becoming, trying to make things better. I have changed through the years tremendously. From a flip phone to a smartphone. That's an example that I heard one time, and I love it. And that has been because I have been trying to make things better, and through the process, I have become better myself. So the who is so important. So when you face that, winds against you, you're going against the current, everybody's against you, nobody liked the idea, and you have to invest a lot of time, energy, money, and you keep fighting, you need to have those two very clear. The why you're doing it and who. The benefit you get into going through the process. You need to have that to be able to keep going, to keep advancing. So that's how you become an exceptional leader. You become consistent in your leadership. After you reach that consistency, and you can ask people you're consistent or not. They will tell you. People who's close to you, people who's not very close to you, they will tell you, no, you're not. You're late. You say the work is important, but you're always late. Or you saying it's so important to work like we work before the eyes of God, but you leave in early every day, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, People will tell you. So when you have that figured out and you have become consistent, you start asking the question, how to make things better. And that will tell you to become exceptional. But it won't be easy, it will be hard. And how you keep going is remind yourself why you're doing it and who you're becoming through the process. That will keep you motivated to keep moving forward. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great week. Next week, we're going to talk about something, continue talking about growth. So I hope these videos bless you. If you're listening to this, share it on Facebook, online, whatever, in every place. And let me know if you like it. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a great week.